When it's all on the line, some athletes are able to focus and enter a zone where their performance rises to a higher level, and they come through in the clutch. While others seem to lose concentration under pressure and pay the price. Competing in today's pressure-packed arena of international business poses the exact same challenges. With so much riding on every decision and the clock ticking ever faster, it's those who are most focused who come out on top, while those who can't handle the pressure also pay the price. What enables the very best to focus, concentrate, and perform when the chips are down? The Enhanced Performance System is a breakthrough training program based upon 20 years of research, looking inside the minds of top performers in sports, business, and elite military units. A program that has proven it can enhance actual performance under pressure and is used by Olympic and professional athletes around the world, by elite military units like the Navy SEALs, and by business leaders to gain the mental edge on the competition. The founder of Enhanced Performance Systems is Dr. Robert Nidiffer, one of the world's premier sports psychologists.
I got involved in sports back in the early 80s, because the United States was losing to countries like Russia. And what had happened at that point in time in sport was that we'd seen a leveling of the playing field around the world. Technically, tactically, athletes were performing at the same level, and so psychological factors were becoming more important. And I think what we discovered as a function of the research that we did with high-performance individuals was that there are very definable types of concentration. You need a broad external focus of concentration to pay attention to the world around you. That's what a basketball player uses in a 3-on-2 fast break. You need a broad internal focus to be able to analyze, strategize, and plan. And then you got to narrow your focus, go internal to organize your thinking, and then you got to narrow it to execute. And it's the ability to do that and to shift rapidly from one of those styles to another in response to changing demands in the performance situation that separates winners from losers.
The U.S. athletes became winners again, thanks in part to the advantage of their newfound focus and concentration skills.
With changes in technology in the world today, what we're seeing now in business is that individuals have to perform under much tighter timelines. They're competing against a global marketplace. We've seen that leveling in that technical, tactical arena. And so the ability to make decisions, to react quickly to the environment, to perform under pressure in business has just really escalated. We've got to make critical decisions. We've got to perform under a whole lot more pressure than we used to. And a lot of companies are finding that under those conditions, that teamwork, when they need it most, is breaking down. And what this is about is holding the team together under those conditions, giving them the skills that they need to be able to do that.
What are the skills needed for a winning team in today's fast-paced, competitive global marketplace? Champion race driver and international businessman Emerson Fittipaldi has worked with some of the best teams in the business.
A very successful team is a team that can react quick. And you have to react quick to the problems. You have to react quick to the inside the organization and how to compete against other people. And I think that's one of the things that I learned with Roger Penske, is that how quick he reacts to any problem. And that's like Roger works in his business. I mean, he reacts so quick to the problems. And that's one of the reasons why Roger's being very successful on everything that he goes for.
If you sit down and you interview people at the very, very top in business or in sport, they have either naturally or through real hard work discovered for themselves some of the same basic principles that we're talking about. And what we've been able to do is take what it is that makes some people great. We've been able to understand it, analyze it, put it together, and maybe teach it a little more effectively than it's been taught in the past.
The Enhanced Performance System begins with an in-depth evaluation of personnel using the EPS Test of attentional and interpersonal style, the only psychological instrument in the world that measures how people concentrate under pressure, an instrument that has been scientifically validated to correlate directly with actual performance.
No other instrument measures attention, the different ways in which we pay attention, so cleanly. We've all heard since we were at least in first grade, from our teachers, from our parents, from our coaches, from our drill sergeants, pay attention, concentrate. Bob has put some teeth to that, and he's got a model that is compelling.
We've been in business well over 20 years, and we have not found anything yet that compares with the taste. You know, there's some others like it, but not the taste. The taste is in a class by itself. I haven't seen anything that measures a performance like that.
We've probably taken about 50 different tests, and nearly every one, there's another that will do somewhat the same thing. But there's nothing that will do what Bob's taste will do, nothing. This EPS Taste Act program of Nidiffer's can do a great deal in flying high-performance aircraft where decisions have to be made fast and also where teamwork is so essential.
Part 2 of the EPS program is attention control training, where participants learn the concentration skills they need to perform at their best under pressure, including specific techniques that top athletes rely upon to stay focused and instantaneously recover from mistakes in the heat of battle. Today, performance-driven organizations from Olympic training centers throughout the world to elite military units to leading corporations such as Citibank, General Motors Europe, Harley-Davidson, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Hewlett-Packard use the Enhanced Performance System for personnel selection, team building, and sales training.
I talked to the guy yesterday who's using this to help reduce the accident rate in a set of companies. He thinks he's got evidence he's saved the company $13 million in their workman's compensation benefits over the past year. So I see that as a very powerful application. I mean, that's pretty close to sport. We do keep score there.
An individual, a supplier to Chrysler, has put $1 million into a program, and they've finally gotten a 30-minute time period with key decision makers at Chrysler to get them to buy off on an investment that they've already made in time and money to develop a product. If at that point in time someone in that room from Chrysler looks cross-eyed or behaves as if they're bored with whatever is going on in the meeting, if your sales team can't pull it together and stay focused on what they're trying to do and recapture the interest of the people in the group, the company's just lost $1 million.
With today's business arena becoming even more competitive than ever, can your company or team afford not to have the mental skills they need to perform at their best when the pressure's on?